I'm here with Heidi Adams, the Senior Research Director for Transport Networks at IHS Markets. Now, Heidi, can you tell us a little about the vendor scorecard? What were the key findings?
Yes, IHS Market puts out an optical network equipment vendor scorecard. We do this on an annual basis, and it's really quite unique in that we look at a bunch of criteria and metrics that include market share momentum. We look at a company's finances, and we also get customer input on areas such as innovation, support and service capability, and a range of other metrics. And in our report that we published just in the spring timeframe, Huawei actually came out very strongly this year. They came out actually as the overall leader and classified within our vendor category. And within that, some of the key drivers that enabled that placement for Huawei included some very, very strong market share performance as well as market share momentum. We also had some really good feedback with respect to their progress in service support and on their R&D investments that they're putting in the optical network domain.
Looking down the track, what are some of the interesting and smart new optical technologies coming down?
So one of the areas that I believe we're going to see a lot of growth in the upcoming 3 years is in the area of metro networks, metro optical networks. And some of the key enabling technologies there are in more cost-efficient 100 gig. And some of the ways that we're seeing cost-effective 100 gig is in the emergence of pluggables for line-side optics. So this includes CFP ACO pluggable optics as well as new CFP2 DCO optics, which we anticipate are going to start coming out next year in the 2018 timeframe. Second to the optics is also the emergence of higher capacities, higher speeds. So we're looking at 200 gig, which is becoming increasingly common, and we're also seeing several operators who are looking next steps to how do I get 400 gig single wavelengths into the metro space. And we're seeing with 64 gig QAM and 64 gig gigabaud capabilities in the component subsystem. We've now got the pieces, along with the DSPs, to enable those capabilities in metro networks. So that's coming soon. We see trials this year, and we're seeing increased deployments probably within the next 3 years, 2019 and into the 2020 timeframe.
There's been a lot of discussion here today about the enterprise business. So what do operators with optical infrastructure need to do to be competitive in enterprise?
Right, so enterprises right now, we've heard a lot about digital transformation. We've heard of the impact of data center and cloud services, access to the cloud. And it's not just the access, but how you access it. How do you make it more agile? How do you do it point and click? How do you get services on demand? A lot more flexibility within the services. To enable that, the network plays a very, very important part. So if you look at the optical network infrastructure, in particular, the emergence of transport SDN and other advances within the network are going to bring that increased agility, that more programmable network capabilities to the network, which in turn will enable more agile services to be delivered to enterprises.